Was she even real? This is memory from a few years ago that lives in my brain rent-free. Some important context: I live in the country of northern Michigan. My neighbors are about a half-mile away on each side, my driveway is very long, and I'm surrounded by woods. One night at about 3 a.m. I wanted to get a PB&J, so I was in my kitchen. I heard a knock on my door. My dad travels for work and he was supposed to come home that night, so without thinking I went to answer the door. What I didn't know was my dad had arrived several hours earlier and was in bed. A middle-aged woman with dark hair was at the other door, and she frantically said, "I'm sorry." I totally panicked, screamed, and slammed the door closed. My sister, who was sleeping on the couch, woke up and she saw the interaction that we had. She totally deer in headlights froze and wouldn't respond when I asked her what to do. After about 45 seconds to a minute I gathered my senses and thought she might need help, might be running from an abuse situation. So I opened the door again and she was gone, totally vanished. My land is pretty flat and there were no cars around or sight of her on the property. I screamed, "If you need help we can help you." Probably not a super safe choice, but I was 15 at the time and a bleeding heart. I woke up my dad and we searched the property and we drove around the street looking for the women or maybe a broken down car, but nothing. It terrified me because the only place she could have made it without me seeing her would be the woods that has very overgrown grass that is extremely hard to walk through. She would have had to sprint too. If my sister didn't see her as well, I would have thought I made her up. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I try to logic out that maybe she was just an insanely fast crackhead. But everything about her presence seems illogical and unlikely, so I wonder, was she even a real person at all? Any thoughts, expertise, or opinions appreciated?